What's up, everyone? Here to give my first impressions of the series Vagabond. And this series, I've heard about it from a few other people, and it's been recommended like in the past. But I heard that it was pretty realistic, and I don't know. I kind of do like the fantasy aspect of manga, but now and then sometimes you do find series that are realistic and really good, and this series is one of them. I actually picked up the physical copies just because everyone says the artwork is so good, and I'm really enjoying it so far. And the series starts off with two young men, Shinmin Takazo and Hyundin Matachi, I believe, which is his best friend, and they just got out of a war that they were in. Something that I found that was really interesting, that it's actually based on a real samurai's like tale, or at least legend, and the name of the samurai is Miyamoto Musashi, and I guess it's who our character ends up turning into later in the story. But I'm gonna get into a couple things that I really like about the story. So one of the first things that really drew me in was how realistic it was. Like I said before, usually I don't like things that are too realistic because I feel like it's not creative enough sometimes. But just how realistic it is, or actually the setting of where it takes place at, I guess the era, it just really appealed to me. And I thought it was cool how the main character, he is a beast, don't get me wrong, but he isn't fully tuned yet. And I feel like in a lot of stories, the main character is favored way too much, and he is favored a lot because he obviously is the main character. But I'm not gonna spoil too much, but there are just some moments where in the first couple volumes where you'll just go like, "Wow, I didn't expect that." And yeah, that was one of the main things that really drew me in, was the surprise factor, but how realistic it was at the same time. The next thing that really drew me in was the characters, and the characters in this story are just so unique. Every single person that's drawn out is just so unique, and that's also another thing that I really like about the series is the artwork. Like, it probably is some of the best artwork I've ever seen in manga. And yeah, that's just the characters, everything, every little minute detail about them is just different. And also personality wise, certain characters have very unique traits, and stick to their ways a lot. And I really like that because in some series you find characters out of character, but so far from what I've seen and my first impressions, I don't believe that. And yeah, the characters are very unique. I touched up on a little before how I really liked the setting, or where it was at, and I guess that plays into the story. I really like the story, and it's pretty basic, but at the same time, like, it just really makes you want to see, like, can he actually do that? Because um Takazo he's very, very arrogant, and he just believes he, like, no one can touch him. And he kind of feels like, if I die, I die. Like, it happens, it happens. And it really, like, drew me to the story, because a lot of characters, like for example Luffy in One Piece, they don't really, like, they have that I don't care attitude. But like, this is more of a life or death, seriously, like, I really might die. But that was another thing that really drew me in. Also, along with the plot twist, like I said before, some things are just a little unexpected. For example, in like the second volume, when some bandits just, or I believe this is actually at the end of the first volume, when bandits just like randomly come in with the people they're staying with, because I'm not gonna reveal who they end up staying with. But I just expected them to like be intimidated, and Takazu, he actually ends up scaring this grown man away from him, and they're pretty young, and it just kind of surprised me. But that wasn't any of the really big surprises that happened later along in the story. So the last thing that really drew me in were the fights. Yes, the fights in this. First of all, this is a seinen manga, so it is a decent amount gory. It's not like extra gory, but it has a decent amount of gore in it. Like you might see an arm get like chopped off, and you can just see everything. And it just appealed me to the story because I do like shonens. Obviously, I like One Piece, Hunter x Hunter, but there's just something about the sense of danger in Ascending is just a lot higher, and also in this series, there's just such a sense of danger. Like I said before, you don't know what's gonna happen, and it just leads you to believe that you don't know what could happen to the main protagonist, and that was probably one of the last things that appealed me to the story. But if you guys have read it, or if you want to know more about it, let me know, and let me know what you guys think in general, guys, and thanks.